Europa wartet auf die neue deutsche Bundesregierung und viele fragen sich, wie sie und wann sie dann loslegen kann. Bei uns ist die Außenbeauftragte der EU, Kaja Kallas. Welcome.
Thank you for having me.
Thanks for being with us. So we are still not sure about the new German government. Is it a good situation for Europe when you don't have Germany at the table in all orders, in all control and all offices?
Well, Germany is the biggest country in Europe, and definitely what happens in German politics, but also German economy, has an effect on all the European countries. So, of course, we need a strong government in Germany, and hopefully democracy works and we get a new government soon.
How long can Europe wait for Germany to be back in Europe?
Well, it's democracy, so it's of course up to your members of parliament to make the decisions. And we have a continuity of government, so the previous government can work as long as the new government takes office. But it's of course clear when a new government comes, then they can make really clear decisions and look forward.
So do you fear that Germany is another one of those European countries that becomes unstable, unpredictable, like so many others? I mean, the right-wing populists, the extreme right, the far right is also very strong in the German elections, and it has also influenced maybe some of the discussions in Germany lately. Do you fear that Germany is unstable in the future?
Germany has been able to sort out its problems previously. It's a strong democracy. Of course, we are living in very turbulent times when it comes to the geopolitics, but when it comes to also the European politics. So therefore, I hope that we have a stable government and we are working with the government in the future.
Looking at a new government, we do know the plans of Friedrich Merz. He has talked a lot about migration and border control, also border control and refusing entry to people who seek asylum. Is that, from your stance, possible under European law?
Well, when it comes to migration, then the European voters have been very clear that we can't be both borderless inside and outside. In order to, Schengen to function, that we have free movement of people. By the way, free movement of people is something that people really cherish in the European Union. Then if we want to have free movement of people, then we have to be very sure that we are the ones who are deciding who gets to come in to the European Union. So therefore I really welcome also Germany's bigger support to Frontex, that we secure our borders, and we are the ones who are deciding who come to Europe, not the smugglers and criminals.
But then let's look at what is proposed. Will you support a German government, a future German government, in breaking the European law, the border law?
Well, I can't comment on concrete things. Of course, every European country needs to follow the European rules and regulations that we have in place. That's why we are in this European Union together. So as far as I know, also the new government has clearly stated that the asylum rules will remain. The refugees have the right to enter, and the rules are followed.
So that's what you expect from any future German government, that the rules are followed, despite some other sayings in the election campaign or after the election?
We expect all the European countries who have agreed to be part of the European Union to follow the rules that we have all agreed. That is the rule of law, and that is how we function.
Looking at the rule of law, also you have to look at the borders in the east and the terrible war that Russia is still waging against Ukraine. You have been very outspoken on this topic, and what do you expect from a new German government on Ukraine? Do you need even more support from Germany in this area?
The new German government has been very vocal that they will continue supporting Ukraine. They have also said that they will put billions of euros into the defense of Europe. So I think these are very, very important signals for the whole of Europe and for the others to follow as well.
And looking at the situation in Ukraine, do you think that the German support can be even bigger because lots of military aid has been helped and transmitted from Germany towards Ukraine? Can there be more?
Germany has been the biggest supporter of military aid to Ukraine, and therefore Ukraine and also all the Europeans are very grateful for Germany for doing that. Now we have a situation where probably United States is not supporting Ukraine with military aid in the amount that they have done so far. That requires all the Europeans to actually look what we can do more. And if you think about general numbers, then it would require 0.2% of the GDP of all the member states to give the support that we have given together with Europe as well as United States. And some, like the Baltics, the Nordic countries, are already doing more than that. Netherlands are doing the same, Germany. So this is something that also those countries who haven't done so much could do more.
Looking at the talks between the US and Russia on the situation in Ukraine, you have said that Russia must stop its delaying tactics. There has been sort of a ceasefire and sort of not a ceasefire. Do you see any progress in these talks between United States and Russia?
It takes two to want peace. It only takes one to want war. And it's clear that Russia wants war because Ukraine has agreed to unconditional ceasefire already a month ago, whereas Russia is playing games. And right now it seems to me that also the Americans are seeing that Russia is playing games. Now the question is, what do the Americans also do about this? Our answer should be to put more pressure on Russia so that they would also want peace and not continuing this war.
You have also been very outspoken on this topic, as I said before, and also you criticized the American administration. You said that the free world needs a new leader after the clash in the Oval Office between Trump and Zelensky. So looking at this and looking at what you say about this, do you think you can solve this situation as a diplomat in criticizing Russia even louder?
I didn't say anything about the American administration. I said the new free world needs a new leader, and therefore I also said that Europe needs to really step up and do everything that is in our power, because it is clear that we are still supporting the principles of international order. We are supporting the principles enshrined in the UN Charter, like territorial integrity, sovereignty of a country. And we have a lot of supporters all around the world, because all the countries, especially the smaller countries, for them the international law is the one that protects them. So it is clear. I think in Europe we have a very strong stance. What we need to do, we need to support Ukraine so that they are able to defend themselves, and we need to also isolate and put more pressure on Russia to stop this war.
Thank you so much for your time, Ms. Kallas.
Thank you. Danke.